We are here and we are in motion. We are here and we are in motion. We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking all fast lane, no close in, and everything is going to be all right. We talking about living together after your breakup tonight. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Sun752, aka Omar with the rrr. And tonight on this Pretty Petty Tuesday, we are talking about living together or still living together after a breakup. What y'all know about that? What do you know about still living with somebody after you've broken up with them? I mean, listen, in today's economy and in today's, what would you say? In today's emotional climate, this can easily happen. And when you really think about it, this is probably a situation where you would think that you would never ever end up. You would never land. It would never happen to you. You would never experience anything like this. But you never know what life might throw at you. You never know what situations you may find yourself in. You never know what kind of bird seed that you might have to peck at one day. But this is even bigger. It expands even bigger than just talking about when y'all might have been going together, y'all might have been engaged, or you might have actually been whole married to each other, and y'all may have separated or broken up or decided that this thing wasn't going to work anymore, and one of you may not have had a place yet. One of you may not have been prepared. You may have been mentally or emotionally ready or prepared for the breakup, but you may not have been ready for life being separated because there are finances that are involved. And there could be property and actually emotions that are involved. And there could be children that are involved too. So, breaking up with somebody is already something that takes a really big emotional toll on people. But then when you start adding a little bit sauce, when you start adding a little hot sauce on it and start talking about, well, yeah, we broke up. We're not together. We're not getting along. And I don't think that everything will ever be put back together the way it was. I don't think that we can put the band back together. We are definitely canceling tour dates. But physically, you don't have nowhere to go. This could easily happen in a situation where one person moved to another place in order for the two of you to be together. There's a lot of internet dating out there. Regardless of whether you've ever done it or whether you believe in it or not, there is a lot of internet dating out there, even if it's not considered internet dating. See, a lot of people think that internet dating is only when you have gone on like a dating app or some kind of app like that would hook two single people up together or whatever. But that's not the only internet dating. Internet dating is anytime you meet someone on the internet and y'all hook up for whatever reason, get together, or did not meet each other in person or in any other way except for the internet. Like, I didn't know who this woman was. She didn't know who I was as a man until we got on the internet. So whether you're talking about a social media platform, or whether you're talking about a website, or whether you're talking about anything internet based, there's a lot of that going on. So, with the internet, you don't always meet people that are local. So you may have met somebody that lived 4 states away, and maybe you either went to go stay with them or went to start a life over there with them, or they came over here to start a life with you. So y'all move in together. Maybe y'all did y'all thing on the internet for a good while, FaceTiming each other, video chatting with each other, going to see each other, and y'all decided, it's time for us to put this thing together. I don't want to go another waking moment without you. I don't want to go another waking moment without you. I love you like I love air, and I don't feel like I can breathe when you leave. And it'd be hard for me to separate, but yo, nowadays all I feel is a little hate. And I wouldn't call it hate because I don't really want to stop seeing you, but I can get through to no more. And I know for sure that we got to go apart. It's from the heart. Well, but you from Pennsylvania and you all the way over here in St. Louis. Or you from Chicago and you all the way down here in Atlanta. Or you from Texas and you all the way over here in Tennessee. It ain't sweet like that. It ain't sweet like that. So y'all might be separated, but y'all may still have a lease going on. Still got a lease. A year lease, and neither one of y'all want to break up y'all credit. Maybe both of y'all on a lease, or maybe only one of y'all is on a lease, and you don't, even though you know that the relationship is over, maybe you don't want to put them in a bad financial position. You know, not everybody fights and has hard feelings after a breakup. Not everybody breaks up like that. Some people are actually mature about it. Some people can say, well, you know, this didn't work out the way that I thought it would, but we had a really, really nice time in the interim. And I still got love for you. Maybe I still love you, but maybe I just realized that we're not right for each other. It seemed like we were, but we're not. I'll always have a place in my heart for you, and I always feel like we're close. I've known people who broke up and still linked up. And when we start talking about still living together after a breakup, for some people, well, let me just put it this way. Y'all may not be on the same page as far as the breakup is concerned. One of y'all may be thinking like, well, look, as long as I still live with somebody and I'm sleeping in the same house with them, same apartment, maybe even the same bed, I don't consider myself to be broken up. I don't care if we haven't had sex in 6 months. The potential is still there because we still in the same house. And you want to make sure that things don't start to get disrespectful. And I don't know if I even have to explain how things could get disrespectful. But we're going to put our thinking caps on today. We're going to put our thinking caps on today because things can easily get disrespectful in a situation where you're separated, but you're still living together. So let's get into it. It's the daily, the daily go-getter-mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it whiz? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We talk about what? Living together after a breakup tonight. What's up? Care Bear, thanks for coming through here. Yeah. And Cheese Doodles, thanks for coming on through. He says, would you be willing to get oiled up for a brother? And that would be a hell no, strong no. I don't know what you think this is, but it don't go like nothing like that. Never even close. You do what you do, but don't ask me to host. I ain't never lived a life, ain't never wanted to be a part. That's from the heart. Yo, you are who you are, and I am, and I'm a 100% man. And I like women, and I like ladies and pussy and all the things that's mushy and pushy up in the bushy, but it gets bigger than that. Yo, I chase the cat. So you are who you are, but not me, not Son 7, not Omar. And that's that. Peace to you, though. Good luck. All right. So, still together after a breakup. Still living together after a breakup. It's a serious situation. It's a serious situation because the longer you delay this situation, the more potential that you have to still be together. You know what I mean? Like, to the outside world and maybe even to yourself. You may be thinking to yourself, well, we supposedly broke up 6 months ago. One of us had enough time to save up for a place. But that's what I mean. Y'all may not be on the same page. Y'all may not be on the same page about exactly what the logistics are of this breakup. Like, yeah, we broken up, but aren't we really just mad at each other? As a matter of fact, I'm not even mad at you no more. So yeah, I'm about to get another place, but we're gonna still be together. You know, maybe it just wasn't a good time for us to live together. You never know what the other person is thinking, so it's important that y'all get on the same page at some point, because if not, it's going to start to get disrespectful. Whether it gets disrespectful to the point where one person is trying to physically put the other out, like, listen, I gave you enough time to save up. You know what I mean? I even relaxed the bills for you so you didn't have to pay, so you could save up all your money to get to get have the down payment and not the down payment. You know what I'm talking about. When you pay 1 month's rent and 2 months security, however it goes. Like, look, I gave you enough time to be able to save up for that. As a matter of fact, you know, in 4 to 6 months, you should be able to live wherever you want, at least for the first month. You know what I mean? You know, so that's enough time to get your money up and get your credit together. But if the other person in this situation is really thinking like, you know, the excuses start coming. Like, well, I'm saving up to get a house. I don't want to just get an apartment. So I'm not looking for another lease. So I need a little bit more time so I can come up with this down payment. You know, the down payment on a house. I'm getting a house. You know, maybe you want to move into my house, but I got this nice house. Look at this listing. I'm going to go see this house. It's an open house. You want to come with me? Somebody might still be trying to stay with you while you trying to get away. You trying to be like, pew, but they like, still in love. You know, New Edition. Remember New Edition song? Still in love. Oh, what can I do, girl? So much in love, girl. But your friends keep telling you. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. Shout out to Edition. Mike, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. I said Mike twice. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, Ralph, and the other one. The other one. What up, Dimples? What up, Dimples D? Thanks for coming on through. I appreciate you. All right. So still together, still living together after the breakup. I know somebody within the sound of my voice has been through this shit. And if you've been through it before, you probably resented it in some kind of way. Because like I said, it can get disrespectful. Either that or you were the one trying to still get back. You were the one still trying to get back after it was supposed to be over. It was supposed to be over. OVA. OVA, not the OVER. It was supposed to be OVA, like the female reproductive system. What you know? But yeah, I mean, even in a situation where you may have had a family member living with you for a little while they got back on their feet. I don't know if you've ever had somebody who got evicted out of their crib and came to stay with you, and you gave them enough time to be able to get back on their feet. They may have come with not just themselves, they may have came with 2-3 kids. You got, not only did you extend your house to them, your rooms and shit, your basement, shared kitchen and shit, attic, guest room, babysitting room, the shed out back where you keep the bicycles and the lawnmower and all of that shit. You was making room, baby. You was making room. And you gave them all this time to get their own place, and they after a while you're gonna get pissed. Like, yo, all right, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. I gave you 4 months. It's going on 5. While we getting to 680 days. Who you fucking with? Yo. Let me see them places you. Did you go look for a place? Wait a minute. Did you go look for a job? Because sometimes it be. Shout out to everybody and anybody, if you can hear me, who has let somebody move in their crib and they thought that they owned your house because they was bringing food stamps in the house. Let us pray. Let us pray. All praise is due to Allah. Jesus, please deliver me from these evil, violent thoughts that I have of removing the stain that has come to my home. I'll open my doors like you instructed me to, Lord. And Lord, these motherfuckers is tearing my house down. They done ripped they done messed up all of the handles on the doors and shit. The faucets are leaking now. I got holes in my walls. I gotta shampoo my carpets. Lord, I gotta do laundry every other day. I don't know how many they be using on my towels and shit, my good towels. They be using the guest towels. You know the guest towels are just for show. You ain't supposed to be drying your hands with. Lord, I said, Lord, give this woman a job, give this nigga a lease, and get him out of here before I have to get him up out of here, Lord, please. Lord, please. Please. Lord, please. Lord, please. Lord, please. Lord, please. All praise is due. I said, please. Lord, please. Please. Lord, please. Lord, please. Because they think they own my crib because they bringing through $600 a month in food stamps. Well, they got 3-4 kids. You know the price of food. What's $600? We damn near need $600 a month. I mean, a week. She ain't bringing in no cash. Throw her little $600 on there. It's like she owned the kitchen. Speaking of kitchen, she putting shit in my refrigerator that I don't like in the house. I ain't never had no scrapple in my goddamn refrigerator. I feel like I need to throw the ice box out. Scrapple in there. Ham in there. Vienna sausages in that bitch. Spam. She got shit that I ain't. Kool-Aid in my refrigerator. You know how long it's been since I drunk some goddamn Kool-Aid. And I ain't gonna lie, Lord. I tasted the Kool-Aid. After a 35-year hiatus, I tasted the Kool-Aid. This shit had a nerve to be kind of good. Lord, I'm slipping in the darkness. Get him up out of here, God. Before I get him up out of here, God. You know, sometimes it'd be like, well, the parents gotta go, but I'm gonna hold the kids down. And then sometimes it gets to the point where, like, no, everybody the fuck out. Everybody out. That's how it turns out. You gotta go. You pamper pooping. You gotta go. Yeah, come here, baby. Get the fuck out. You're going. You're going. I'm talking about the infant, the toddler, the pre-adolescent, and especially that disrespectful ass teenager with a little fast, hot ass. Everybody out. That's how it turns out. See, you've broken up the friendship. Y'all no longer friends, but they live under your roof. You try to keep it cordial. You try to keep it respectful. Now that's all out the window. You know, like when somebody don't follow the rules in your house. I told you not to have no men up in my house. What happens when I go to use the bathroom at 1:30 in the morning? And I gotta get up at 4:30 in the morning. I go to take a piss and I'm hearing I ain't bust no nuts in this house since y'all came. And you got the nerve. You got the nerve to be getting food stamp orgasms off. Make me clutch my pearls. Make me clutch my pearls. What's up, Finley? Finley says, if you could control one of these, which one would you pick? Fire or ice? I'm going to go with fire because he can create. Ice, nothing grows. But that's a tough question. I'm going to get back to you on that. Hold on. Simple says, well, I was at a point years ago with someone who had some good loving, but he could not keep a job. So you know what I'm talking about. Now, if y'all ain't living together, him not having a job might not be a problem. But living under your roofs, he giving out good nuts. He giving you know what I mean? You know, you give good love to me, baby, but you still ain't got no job of mine. With your broke ass, you give good love. No, you know I'm gonna change that. You give good love to me, baby, but you still ain't got no job of mine. Get the fuck out. You gotta leave. Yeah. So I can imagine Dimple, he was fucking and wasn't producing nothing. Call me crazy, but orgasms kind of wear off when the rent is due. Rent, utilities, phone bill, you know, money that you spend on apps. Shoot, barely got enough money to pay. Like, can you at least pay the Netflix bill, the Hulu, something? I don't know, Peacock, Discovery Plus, Sirius XM, something. Nigga, pay something. So in a situation like that, that's, you know, it can almost get dangerous. because y'all can still be living under the same roof talking about y'all broke up, but you know, you get to thinking like, well, the dick is right there in the other room. I ain't doing nothing. He ain't got no job. He might as well give up something. And that shit just turned the hourglass right back over. So, you know, any gains that you had made, he rewound the clock on you. But I hope you got out of that situation. Dibble says, for months, we were like rabbits, and it was wonderful. He cooked and cleaned but could not keep a job. What the fuck? I got fed up and I had to kick him out. I need more than just a wet ass. Look, at least you had a wet ass. You know what I mean? Women been in that situation, they don't get no wet ass. At least you got a wet ass. I mean, sometimes you got to count your blessings. I count mine. I'll be like 1, 2, 3. 3 blessings. 3 blessings. Kevin says, pay the Peacock bill. Meanwhile, that shit is free. No, Peacock ain't free. It's free when you have other services. That shit ain't 100% free. Kevin says, I didn't think like that. I didn't care what the dick was in the guest room. I didn't care that the dick was in the. Okay, I understand. I understand. Bottom line is, it's a tough situation. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Sun752, and we are talking about still living together after a breakup. It gets tough. You man and wife. Yeah, I'm saving up for this house. Or this is my house. I ain't going nowhere. This is my house. You move out. Okay, I'm gonna move out, but you're gonna have to wait. Because it's gonna take me a while to save up for the kind of place that I'm looking for. It ain't always men that are slow to move out. Sometimes women, they ain't ready to go nowhere. Especially if a man was footing the bill for everything. She like, shit. Yeah, we broke up, but I still recognize him as being a real man. He's still paying my way. And a lot of fellas that do that shit, they wondering why, things not working out for them. I'm like, listen, chivalry is not dead, but you keeping it way too well alive. There's sometimes when you have to just cut ties, man. You got to stop doing. Yeah, but I know she don't make as much as me, and the kids need things, and you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, all right. Well, that's gonna keep you right where you at. So maybe you should just prepare to stay and get prepared to have them stay too. They ain't going nowhere. What's up, man? My Russian peoples. Thanks for coming on through. I can't say your name because I don't understand Russian. But it's okay. It's okay. I mean, why Russia get to have different letters than the rest of Europe? Why is that? Could it be because Russia is really in Asia? But it's all good. That's all good. But yeah, still living together after a breakup. This thing happens often. People discount how prevalent of a situation this is, but it happens. It happens to a lot of people, mostly involuntarily. But it happens voluntarily too. Like in the case where you were married and, you may be, what do they call it? Staying together for the kids. we're staying together for the kids, but there's no intimacy, there's no love, there are no real loving feelings towards each other. Y'all just existing. Or the infamous, wait for it. We're waiting for the kids to graduate high school, and then we're waiting for the kids to get out of high school. Then, like graduating high school makes it easier for you to accept that your parents not together no more. You know? Hold on, yeah. Okay. It don't. I ain't never hear no 18-year-old say, you know what? Now that I'm 18, I can deal with this shit with my parents not being together. By the time you're 18, you done witness your parents not be together probably for the last 9 years. You know what I mean? Listening to them fussing and fighting and hating on each other and sometimes cheating and all that old crazy shit. By the time you get 18, you rescued. You're like, it's really time for me to go. Y'all can stay together. Let me get on up out of here. Y'all toxic. Toxic. Gabriel says, why is it that some men kick women out after the breakup, but women are more open to letting the man stay until he gets on his feet? Well, I can't speak for all men, and I can't speak for all women. But I'm going to tell you this. I know way more men that have been kicked out of the crib than women. Now, I don't know who you know, but I know plenty of niggas that have been put out of houses, put out apartments, had shit thrown over the balcony, out the backyard, on the porch, in the front yard, you know, all that kind of shit. The only men that have the luxury of kicking a woman out are the men who own their own shit. I can't speak for all cultures, but in my culture, women be the ones, you know, on their shit. The tides have turned. That's why the men who own their own shit, they be real possessive with their own shit, because they know if the tables were turned, she would put me right the fuck on up out of here on some spiteful shit. You know, even the men who get their cars, you know, the tires slashed and the windows busted out, and you know the houses spray painted and all that old ratchet shit. At least she had to come to his crib to do it. It's a whole different story. It's a whole different story if it was her shit. You know, women I know are more likely to vandalize and destroy property when it's not their shit. When it's not their property, when it's not their home, when it's not their domicile. Gabriel says, okay, wait, you already said it. And my Russian peoples, they talking, I got nothing. Nothing. But thanks for coming through. Appreciate it. Hit the like button, y'all. We got 2 likes. Come on, we can do better than that. We got 2 measly likes. Come now. But yeah. So, still living together after a breakup, it can get disrespectful. Especially if one person that has broken up in the couple wants to have company. They feel like, well, we not together. We don't sleep. We sleeping in separate beds. Why can't I have company? You know, I'm dating now. Now, I've seen it happen. And this is when things can get not only nasty and ugly, but they can get dangerous. Yeah. You don't want to deal with a male or a female when they are still in love and desperate. You don't want to do that. It's not a good look. The last thing you want to deal with is somebody who is still in love and desperate. You don't want that. Because that's when things can get very, very, very out of hand. That's when things can get the nastiest. So, because it can get to the point where it's like, well, the hell with it. Since we ain't getting back together anyway. But ain't nobody gonna have fun around me. I'm about to fuck up everybody's fun. Yeah, I'm gonna destroy pizza day around here. Ain't gonna be none of that. So yeah, it can get disrespectful and it can get dangerous. And that's when the situation is officially out of hand. And from my point of view, the best thing to do after a breakup is to separate. Even if you have to do all of the mental work ahead of time to make sure that that's what you want to do. Be sure that that's what you want to do. Don't be like a lot of these cats out here that just act on their emotions and break up with somebody just because they mad. You know, that breaking up the makeup shit. After a certain age, you got to stop playing them games because them games will stop playing with you. Really, those games will stop playing with you. And somebody's going to show you that this is not a game. My emotions are not a game. They're not to be played with. Don't play around with my mental state. You know, I used to take medication for this shit. You know, I get a check for this shit. There are a lot of people who fit this category. A lot of people, you know, they've been getting a check. Maybe they got better. You know, a lot of people think that they're better and they're not. I've been warned by some. Well, you know, I used to be crazy, right? Right. Used to be. You certifiable. You certified. Still living together after a breakup. I just don't think it's a good idea. It's not really a good look. But people won't do what they do. And if the finances just don't support you being able to make a move right at the time of the breakup, I think the best thing to do is to make arrangements for you to start moving in that direction very quickly. You don't want to drag your feet on something like that. Because like I said, the emotions may still be there. And you just never know what somebody else is thinking. I mean, if you've ever thought that somebody was harmless when they were really dangerous, or you thought that somebody was dangerous when they were really harmless, either way, none of that shit is going to come through at the right time. It's going to throw you off and you're going to be surprised and you're going to be unprepared. And there's no reason for you to be unprepared for any of this stuff. I don't think that you should swap bodily fluids with anybody who you don't know. If you don't really know them, then you shouldn't be swapping bodily fluids with them. Put a barrier between the two of you. Real shit. Do yourselves a favor. Because there's something mystical, magical, spiritual about when you start swapping body fluids. Something happens. Something happens up here. Something happens in here. I'm not saying that just because you have sex with somebody, you fall in love with them or whatever, but that does apply to some people. That applies to some people. It happens. So what are you going to do when you know that applies to you, or when you know that applies to somebody else? So your solution may be, all right, then I won't have sex with them anymore. But the anticipation and the possibility that y'all may still get back together physically may still be there. And that's not an easy thing to deal with. You know, that's still a form of playing with somebody's emotions. Like, well, you're not pushing to separate from them, so they're still holding out hope that maybe one of these days when we both come home from work, we'll get this thing together. I'll pay your rent. I'll buy your clothes. I'll cook your dinner too. Soon as I come home from work. The longer you're with somebody, the more you're going to start to depend on them, the more you're going to get used to them, the more you accept them doing. Even if you don't like a lot of the things that they do, you're going to find that you start being more accepting. Like, well, they ain't so bad. Or this used to really, really get on my nerves, and like, dang, I'm used to it now. It's like hearing a song that you really hated in the beginning. Like you couldn't stand when this song came on the radio. Well, they played it so much. After a while, you start finding yourself singing the damn song, humming the melody. Next thing you know, this is my jam. Like, yeah, I ain't like this song at first, but this is my shit. Yeah. Repetition. It happens the same way when you're talking about dealing with somebody romantically. It's the same process. There's no difference. So you may find yourself tolerating or getting used to or accepting somebody that you never planned to do, or you're making them do that with you, tolerate you, accept you, put up with you. Like, it ain't so bad. How many people out there talk all the time about they're just staying with somebody because they don't want to start over. They're afraid of starting over, or they don't want to be alone. They don't want to be lonely. I mean, that covers a lot of people. A lot of people feel that way. And when you're living under the same roof with somebody, it's hard to accept that you're not with them anymore. Like, they say we're not together, but we live together. Don't nobody else live here. It's me and her, or it's me and him. We're together. We're just not romantic anymore. Right now. But we will be. I know what they like. They know what I like. Eventually, I'll just start doing the things that they like. Acting like I'm not doing it because of them. And Care Bear, you talked about women allowing men to get themselves together or get back on their feet. What does that mean? Get back on their feet? Because you may have a vision of what getting back on their feet means, and they may have a totally different vision. You know, you may be thinking that they need to financially get back on their feet, so you're helping them do that. You're facilitating them do that. You're supporting them in their quest to be able to get themselves back together. You're thinking more financial. They might be thinking more like, I'm trying to get myself back together with you. Or check this one out, because this is a tough one, and we did a show about this one. We did a show about this, so we can piggyback off of it a little bit. What if what if you break up with somebody and you need them to get another place, but they're not physically able to live on their own yet? Maybe they have illnesses, ailments. Maybe they had a bad accident. So you're trying to keep, go easy on them while they get their health back restored, while their bones heal, till they don't need dialysis anymore, until after this surgery. It could be one of those things where you're fed up with them romantically, but you don't want anything to happen to them. You ever felt that way? Like, I can't, we're not good for each other. You get on my nerves. I can't stand you sometimes, but I don't want nothing to happen to you. I don't know what I would do if I found out that, something really tragic happened with you or to you. It happens. You may not be in your feelings about them romantically, but you may still have love for them. Like, no, I don't want them to get hurt. I don't want them to I don't want to kick anybody while they're down. Kicking somebody while they're down. Yeah. That'll definitely keep you living with somebody that you don't want to be with for a good while. Try not to make their situation worse than what it is. What it already is. Trying not to kick them while they're down. Like, nah, I'm not going to do that. They ain't never hurt me. They ain't never do nothing wrong to me. So I'm not going, I'm not going to make this situation worse. Diabetes, heart troubles, mental illness, cancer treatments. You may have involuntarily became their adult Ronald McDonald house. Y'all know what the Ronald McDonald house is? A Ronald McDonald house is where it's like a facility where sick children could come and receive, they could stay there while they receive treatments and, Or you may have had been running an adult Ronald McDonald house. So you broke up with somebody who has physical ailments and you're trying to let them stay at your crib while they physically get themselves back together, good enough to be able to live on their own, good enough to go back home, good enough to be able to get a job, good enough to be able to function better. So you've separated from them, you've broken up with them and still maintain all the responsibilities. What's the point in breaking up? If you're willing to take on all of the responsibilities of the one that you broke up with or so-called broke up with, then what do people who are really not with them do? Well, you might not be thinking about it in those terms because you are in the situation that you're in. And you know how it is when somebody's trying to tell you not to do the right thing. And your moral character just won't allow it to happen. Like, listen, I understand what y'all talking about. And I know y'all just looking out for me. Y'all want the best for me. But y'all don't understand. I can't leave such and such out there like that. I can't just abandon people. I can't turn my back on people. I can't give up on a person. Yeah, we're not together anymore, but that doesn't mean that they're not a decent person. It doesn't mean that they may not be good for me, but they may still be of some good or of some use to somebody else. Hit the like button. Feel like I'm talking to myself. Hold on, let me see. Make sure that my chat didn't didn't go stupid on me. What we got? Oh, nope. Nope. We still here. We still here. All right. Cool. Look, I can chat too. Let me see. This is me. All right. Oh, yeah. Huh. How cool. Look at me doing the damn thing. Give myself some hearts. Says y'all ain't giving me none. Let me get this thing. All right, good. Yay! All right. Well, anyway, yeah. Still together after a breakup. Yeah, if you've never been in that position, it's probably totally absurd to you. If you've ever been in that position before, then it's probably something that you would never want to repeat again. You may even champion yourself as a really, really great person just for, stomaching it, going through with it, riding it out, doing the best that you could with it. Like no matter what anybody says, and sometimes we get caught up in this thinking, no matter what anybody says, they can't excuse me. They can't say that I turned my back on anybody. They can't say that I didn't ride out. They can't say that I didn't do my best. They can't say that I wasn't there for them. They can't say that, that I was a fair weather friend. The thing is, you don't owe anybody that. And we often lose sight of that. You don't owe anybody that you broke up with or separated with or not friends with anymore. You don't owe them loyalty, dedication. You don't owe them that. You just don't. Shoot. How are you going to separate between the people who deserve it and the people who don't deserve it? If you're wasting a lot of time or spending a lot of time trying to serve people or prove to people who don't care about you that you're loyal. They're going to say what they want to say about you anyway. Have you ever broken up with somebody and had all of their family members or their friends, think that you were the biggest problem, or that you caused the breakup, or that you was dead wrong when it was really the other person? You may have had friends coming up to you like, I heard what happened between you and such, and I think you was wrong in that, or you didn't do, and you like, no, that's not those. First of all, that's not what happened. Second of all, that's really not your business, but that's definitely not what happened. You might have to deal with their family, being mad at you, accusing you of not being loyal, accusing you of not riding, accusing you of only hanging in there when times were good and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it happens. It was all good. It was all good when he or she was whining and dining you. It was all good when they were taking you in and blah, 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 blah. And then there's that infamous, soon as you get your own shit, now you want to put somebody out, or now you want to be out on your own, or now you want to end cuffing season. Cuffing season over because of you. Because of you. No more cuffing season. Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Thanks for coming on through. We on the tail and we about to get on the body here, do these birthday shout outs and then route. And we're going to be iggity out. But yeah, still living together after a breakup. It ain't for me. Might not be for you, but that doesn't mean that you've never done it. Even the hardest of people have fallen for somebody or extended their heart, to somebody. You just may have found yourself in this situation and found it really hard to get up out of it. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious March 26th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them, making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Asia Latrice, turning 35 years old today, and also Joe Medley, turning 54 years old today, and Albert Isaias Vasquez Vargas. Happy birthday to you, and Nona Baldwin. Happy birthday to you and Andrea Smith, turning 59 years old today, and Robert Howard III. Happy birthday to you, and my man, go getter, my man Keith Tyler, driving that bus, those vehicles. Happy birthday to you, turning 52 years old today. And last but not least, my girl Danya Searles. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious March 26th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, living together after a breakup is probably not a good idea. Many people have done it. Some people have been married. Some people stay together for the kids. Some people stay together for the love on the low. Some people stay together for the money. Some people stay together for the security. Some people stay together because they didn't want to move on. I don't want to move on. I don't want to date again. It's bad out here. I seen it. I don't want to do it. I'll hang around. You can hang around until until we figure it out amongst ourselves. But for now, I can't stand you. No, I'm just kidding. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night with another daily go-get-emism show. So make sure y'all come on through. Come on through. Don't hesitate. Come on through. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. We will be back tomorrow. I'll holler at y'all. Holla and peace.